Happy Friday, Achieve Virtual Education Academy teachers. It is down to that last week countdown. It's hard to believe. The years just keep getting faster and faster. We are closing up year number 5 on Achieve Virtual. So, with that, let's get on to this week's weekly update. Can you believe it? May 27th has been the advertised date for closing up Achieve Virtual's school year. That is this coming Friday, a week from today. So communicate, communicate, communicate. Push that to your students once again, and definitely push any final exam instructions and what they need to know and do in order to get those taken appropriately for submission in order to get their credits. Remember, a couple reminders on final exams. They must pass it to get credit, and they must have it proctored. Do not send them the password if they're sitting at home. Okay, it is the same password for everyone. It should be Achieve Spring 16, all lowercase, no spaces. That's been in previous updates if you need it. If there's any questions on that, please see me. AVE graduation. In case you're interested, every year we get a couple teachers that attend, which is great. I know you don't always know these kids, or you're unsure who might be graduating and participating, and so you don't necessarily want to take the time to show up if none of your kids are there. But it is kind of a neat, graduation's neat anyway. It's our Super Bowl. It's what we work so hard for 13 straight years for kids, and at the high school level for 4 straight years. But ours will be hosted on Tuesday, June 14th at 6 p.m. Families are set to arrive at 5:15 p.m. So we can do a run through with the kids on what it'll be, because we don't have a training like other schools where, hey, come this morning and we'll do a run through. We got to do it right before the ceremony. We'll be at the small theater again this year, so everyone can enter door number 2 here at Ben Davis High School. It's on the south side of the building, right by the 9th grade center. And it looks like this number's not confirmed yet, but we're looking at having a few more participate. I think last year we had 12 or 13. This year we're looking at about 16, so we're excited about that. Favor, if you've already done this from last week, it is a new survey. I sent out surveys, I don't know, a couple months ago. This is a different one. So if you've already taken part of this last week, you can disregard. But if you have not, I need as many Achieve teachers as possible to complete the survey for us as we work through year 2 of the Indiana Principals Leadership Institute, along with a couple of my teachers, to focus on kind of a future school improvement plan. Shouldn't take you very long, and some of it, as I mentioned in last week's update, it's not super relevant, as it's like, do you feel safe in your current school? Meaning Achieve. And of course, with our students, you don't see them. I'm assuming you feel safe. So some of it's not super relevant, but just do the best you can with it so we have some data to work off of. And I do appreciate your time on this. Thank you. Summer school training, we've got one more. It's next Monday at 5. All the other ones have been 4:30. I wanted to make the last one a little bit later in case some of you are pushing back because you're cutting it too close on time, that kind of thing. So it is at 5 p.m. on Monday. You can access it. I got a lot of questions about, well, how do I get to it? How do I get to it? You can access it via the Adobe Connect icon in our AVE teacher workroom. We still have access to My Big Campus, so you can go to that teacher workroom group and find it there in the middle of the home tab. It's there with the Genius icon. It just looks like, their emblem. You click it, it takes you into the Connect room. You type in your name that you want to be seen as, and away you go. Same with the Wayne Learning Hub or the It's Learning. Go into the teacher workroom, and it's right there in the middle of the page, the Adobe Connect image. You click on it, takes you right to the where you type in your name of how you want to be seen in the chat, and away we go. Starts at 5 on Monday, so if you missed this last Wednesday's or a week ago's 2 trainings on Tuesday and Thursday, then this next Monday at 5, I've hit all 4 of the primary days at various times, mostly 4:30, but now at 5 to try to hit everybody. You really need to be a part of this as we recover how to teach. What we don't want is teachers saying, well, this is new and I don't know how to do it. That's not the kid's fault, and that's a bad commercial when parents and students hear that. And so we need to avoid that. So if you haven't hit a summer school training meeting and you know you're getting kids, please make sure to attend if you haven't already. Speaking of summer, final exam proctors needed. I still need 4, I believe, and it might actually be 3. I think somebody told me in passing they do it. I try to use Wayne staff first because you can use your volunteer hours. But I've got 2 non-Wayne that have volunteered to give us time, and so again, I don't mind doing that, but I'm trying to let Wayne, if they want it for their volunteer hours, to take care of that. Again, for Wayne, every year your volunteer, you need 15 hours to obtain that unit on your evaluation. So 2 days gets you 12 hours. It's a 6 hours, 10 to 4 schedule. For doing this year, we've only got 7 days of it. So July 12th and July 14th, that's a Tuesday, Thursday, and then the last week of summer school, the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. It's every day. The 20th, 21st, and 22nd, I'd like multiple volunteers. I would like 2 on Thursday or Wednesday and Thursday, and then 3 on Friday. But if we get a ton of Wayne people that want to volunteer, I don't mind putting a third on the Wednesday and Thursday also. We will be in AA04 here at Ben Davis High School, so you can enter door 23. The students will enter door 23. Right when you enter, our office may be finalizing construction stuff as it's getting a remodel this summer. But just right next door is the computer lab that holds 60 computers, so it should be more than enough to help us out with the high proctoring demand that we probably go through each year. Closing out students, this will be the last time you do it in Genius, so as you have students finish their final exams and finish their courses, don't forget the step-by-step instructions. Click here. It seems like every semester I do get a teacher that accidentally complete them and the grades don't come through. So make sure you're reading the instructions and following it step by step. If they don't finish, enter a 50. I think the instructions say 60. 60 is fine, it's still an F, but 50 or 60. But make sure you add the comment, did not finish the course. That way there's evidence verbally in there as to why they got a 50 if they were, had an 83%. Remember, you do have to, if they don't finish the course, you do have to manually change that grade. If you just complete them, whatever grade they're earning, it will transcript that. So we want to be careful of that. We can go in after the fact and change it, but an email does go out to the student and you once you complete them. So we want it to be accurate. Otherwise, they're getting misinformation and it's confusing, and it's just not a good thing. So again, follow the directions there. If you need them sent to you or you are unclear on anything, please contact me and I will walk you through it. I want this done as accurately as possible. Summer school schedule and events to be aware of. This is just a copy from last week's slide, but remember July 12th is our summer school professional development. We'll be going through how professional development moving forward at Achieve will work. I think you're going to like it. It'll be less time restraints or restrictive as to we script the date and time that we meet and those kinds of things. As I mentioned, our office will be under construction, so we may be in a different location. I'm not sure where that will be yet. If we take our phone with us, wherever we plug it in the district, I think it rings to that, so our phone number will be the same. But Amanda, my secretary, and myself will not have our offices through the summer as they're replacing carpet and wallpaper, I believe. And they're actually moving Amanda's desk. It's actually going to face out, instead of facing the side, it's going to face out door number 23 for better supervision and just overall better aesthetics, I think. And then, as always, every year of our 7-week period, the MSD of Wayne Township offices, everything closes or shuts down for the week of July 4th. July 4th is a Monday this year. That is when I do take my summer vacation. So no offices will be open, and I will be out of the office that week. I do monitor email, and if it's an emergency, those kinds of things, I do respond, or you can always call me. But if I'm not as quick to respond, or I may not be accessible at that minute, but I will get back to you. So just kind of things to be aware of looking ahead. Enjoy your last weekend of Achieve grading, hopefully. I know some of you may grant extensions. Please don't go past June 2nd for the extensions. One of your excuses this year is we are leaving my big campus and they're going to lose all that stuff anyway. So push to get them done. The faster we get out of there, the faster Amanda, Claudia, and I can begin transferring data that we need out of Genius for our full-time Achieve kids into Skyward. Moving forward. And then I'm out of the office today, ironically, for a graduation in Memphis, Tennessee of my niece. So if you need me, I will respond. But early in the morning, I've been on the road. I think we're leaving around 6, so it's about a 7.5 hour drive. So if I don't respond, it's because I'm driving. So just FYI, I will get back with you. In fact, I'll be back in town by Sunday, late Saturday night. So you would hear from me. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you next week. One more weekly update. After that, you can reach out to me individually. Other than that, you'll have a summer break from the Achieve weekly updates. Look for more final exam reminders and Genius completion. It'll probably be a fairly short one, graduation reminder. And if I don't have the summer proctors filled, I'll definitely hit that one more time. So have a great weekend. See you all next week.